Hey guys, so we got Bill here, and I'm super excited to hear his story because he just closed a deal, an acquisition. And Bill, I mean, I'd love for you to just give a brief info, just maybe a few words about yourself and kind of like what did you do in your life before you even started working with me, perhaps?
Oh yeah. Okay. So before finding you on the internet, I was in the real estate business for pretty much my whole career. I had a mortgage company in the 90s when the mortgage business was good. And then I started investing in real estate and that started doing good. And then 2006 happened and then it went to zero. And from there I started uh, just trying to find something. So now by then I'm 47 now, but this was like 10 years ago. So 37, I was kind of starting from zero again. So I saw the real estate was down. So I started buying houses again and, buying them, flipping them, keeping a couple for rental, doing some seller carryback, some creative stuff. And it made some money. And I was surprised. I didn't think so. But then the real estate market got too high recently. So buying real estate was slowing down. So my income was, if I'm not buying, I ain't making money. So that's when I decided to, might as well change my game, and then surfing the internet. Then I found you. And the idea of buying businesses just freaking resonated with me. Just, yeah, it was scary.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. So first of all, awesome stuff. So maybe you can share just a little bit about the deal you really just closed, right? So how long do you work with me already, and what do you think? Or just share whatever you want, I guess, about your deals.
Okay. Because I had been experienced in business, I feel like having found your material and implemented it really quick might be an advantage for me because I've been a businessman my whole life. Yeah. So I found you in December, and but I had learned about the QLA idea like a month or two before. So with that idea, I started looking around, but the details I couldn't find on how to apply that. And then in December, I found you and you told me about your program. I signed up. We had our conference call, I think in late December. And then in January, I had already been shopping around. So in December, as soon as I heard about buying businesses, I started looking around for businesses. And then I had made an offer on a 3-office physical therapy. And then I had started telling all my friends, I'm not going to buy real estate anymore. I'm going to buy businesses. So a friend brought me an idea over some beers, and he said, hey, Bill, you trying to buy that physical therapy? And I'm like, yeah, I'm about to open escrow. And he's like, no, look at this deal with me. And it was a medical business, and it was interesting. And it was actually more lucrative than the one I was looking at. So I scrapped the other one, and I started looking, more at this. But by then, you had already told me when I asked you a couple emails, what should I do? And you're like, dude, just do it. Why are you wasting time? Why you ask me these questions? And it actually pissed me off. But I was like, because I don't know enough. That's why I'm asking you. And you're like, just do it. So I sat with this guy and we hashed it out. It took about a month and a half. We met numerous times. He didn't want to adjust the price, but you had told me, well, if you're bringing more money to the table, then you should stand firm. So I took your advice. And so I walked away from the deal twice. And then I went back, according to what you said, you're right. If you bring the money, generally you have more leverage. So we agreed. I bought into the business. He and I partnered to buy a business. And we closed escrow. We did the agreement in January 2019. And the attorney started working out the details, working with mine back and forth. And I was new to this, so I was kind of confused. But they explained it. My attorney, explained it to me, so I got comfortable with it. And then we did the final signing in February because we had some adjustments in January. We had some hurdles. And I funded the deal. I raised the money with some family and the seller carryback. And my partner brought no money to the table, but he found the deal. So between me and my family, we brought the money, my parents. And so I talked him into putting the money, and we closed the deal. Their money with my money. We closed the deal in like February 20th, let's say, right around there. And then the books came to us starting March 1st. So what is the 12th? So we've had credit for the business since March 1st for 12 days.
Brilliant. And you mentioned so many great lessons in literally just those few words. First of all, in terms of raising capital, I'm always saying, hey, if you can't go to your family members and ask for money, it means that you don't believe in that deal enough, right? Because they should be the first people you should talk to because they believe in you. Because you don't need to sell yourself now, you just need to sell the deal. And if
I
you
agree with that.
Perhaps you don't believe in the deal. So that's a great lesson. Then, first of all, you mentioned your partner who found that deal and got equity in the deal. Heck, he got himself a great deal for just finding the deal, right? So everyone can do that as well. Just go out there, find the deal. You'll find the money if the deal is good. And I love the fact that you said, yes, you had experience in business, but I mean, heck, you have experience and you closed the deal in what, less than in 2-3 months or like 2 months?
Yeah, I would say we entered the agreement in early January, closed it in mid February, late February. So it was literally a 6-7 week deal.
Brilliant. So,
and let me tell you, my mind was spinning during that time. I was like, oh, shouldn't I? I'm scared.
I love it. And some people are watching this and they perhaps don't have any experience or they have existing businesses. It doesn't matter what I'm trying to tell them. Heck, even if it's going to take you a few more months or a year, so what? I mean, everyone got their own learning curve, right? So just enjoy the process wherever you're at. So, dude, thanks so much for sharing this and inspire others. What would you say are your biggest lessons that you got in this process or by working with me or anything that you want to share?
God, man, the biggest lesson was your email back to me, which was when I was real nervous and I was early in the negotiations and not sure if I should actually do a letter of intent. And you're like, just do it. And then I was all nervous. So I went ahead and did it. But then once we got it in writing and we put it in front of them, then things happen to where you have to wake up to the reality. And that's the lesson I learned. I'm like, until you like step off and jump into the pool, I was never going to figure this out. So I'm like, I'm going to either drown or I'm going to learn how to swim real quick. And so that was it. Like just jumping in was I almost didn't want to do that. And then raising capital, the negotiation, there was a lot to learn because you had told me that I should stand firm and ask for more of the equity, which I probably wouldn't have because he only wanted to give me like 5% of the company for bringing the deal. And then I fought it and said, I want 65. And then we negotiated right at 45. Yeah. And very lucrative deal for me because the annual revenues on it is $1.2 million. And it has about a 37% profit margin. Of course, going forward, when we grow it, we may have to spend a little bit more. So there's room to squeeze that down, but still be a juicy deal. So immediately I have cash on cash return for my investment. And then he gets an immediate cash flow for just finding the deal. And I only knew him because he was my friend for many, many, many years. From high school on, and he had his own career and we never did business together before. But when he heard I was trying to buy a business and he knew about this one, he brought it to me and he said, let's do this together. He's still keeping his day job and I still do my investing, but we're going to grow this business together.
Love it. What's the business is doing exactly?
It's a medical industry. It's an imaging business like Nuke Med digital imaging. And how the business works is we pretty much lease the cameras to doctors so that doctors can collect the revenue from insurance. Because right now a cardiologist will send a patient down the street and doesn't get any revenue or anything for needing that patient to have an image of the heart. So now we go to him and we say, here's our camera. Let's put it in your office on that day. Put all your patients in that room that day. So let's say you could have 10 people and you're going to get the revenue from that. And then you pay us a lease amount for that day's use. So these cameras generate an income. And the doctors love it because they don't have to go buy a $250,000 camera. So we bought a business that already had 4 cameras and we want to grow it at 2 cameras a year. And sell the business in 10 years. That's the plan.
Brilliant. I love it. And you mentioned the fact that you had some uncertainties in the process. It's like sometimes all you need is just like a pat on the back and certainty saying, hey, dude, just do that. It's all good, right? You just need that certainty. And I love it. And,
Yeah,
and you know,
yeah.
we even talked about it a second before we started this recording, and people are like, "Hey, Moran, why are you even sharing those things?" And I'm like, guys, there are millions of businesses out there, and you said it yourself. Like, there's no way that I was able to find your deal anyway, right? So I mean, why not just share and give you guys access to what I wish that I had when I started, literally. So yeah, so
Yeah, when I first talked to you, I was like, why are you going to give out this information? You could get all the deals for yourself. And you said that exact thing. And then the reality was when this deal came, there's no way, there's nothing in the world you could have done to have found this deal. This was not advertised anywhere. It was word of mouth. And that guy caught on and said, oh, you're selling your business, we'll buy it. And it was a divorce kind of a thing. And the guy's like, I need to get out. So yeah, you never would have found this deal. And now I get it. It makes sense.
yeah, and people don't understand. Now you're part of my network, and I know what deals you're looking at, and I know that some deals you'll get access to eventually. You'll say to me, "Hey, Moran, I got this deal. I don't want anything to do with it. Take it away." And vice versa. I can do the same for you. So it's like win-win for everyone, and just building a great network of awesome people that would just like to hang out with each other eventually as well. So, I mean, awesome. So if someone was out there on the fence to join kind of like this inner circle, this working with me or learning about this space, what would you tell them?
Man, my thing is, if that thing is in you and you're like, I want to take my business to another level, the information on your site, the detailed information, that's what I needed. I lacked a strategy and a way to apply that strategy. Like the idea is good, but I needed more detailed plan. Like, okay, here's step A, step B, step C. So if someone's looking to take it to the next level, your education I think is exactly what they would probably be looking for, because it helped me, because I didn't know which way to go first, and knowing what steps to take, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then being able to call out to you, and then you push me, made all the difference. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for sharing that and inspiring me to continue and do that. So thank you so much. I'll stop the recording right now. But yeah, thank you so much, and really.
He came to say hi.
Awesome.
He just came in to say hi to you. Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked. So now I had a question for you. Like, where should I focus my energies now that I close this deal? Should it just be solely on buying other business or competition, or